Welcome back to the Coding Fanatic YouTube channel. I'm your host, Richard Clark, and here at Coding Fanatic, I am an Android developer, full stack Android developer, focused on efficiency. So I like to learn things and move as efficiently as I possibly can, and teach you how to do the same. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, then don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications with that bell icon so you can see when I upload new videos like this each week. If you are just tuning in, then I'll catch you up. I've been working on a project to read information from a real-time database in Firebase into a list view in Android Studio. However, last week, it turns out that there was some issue with the tutorial towards the end, and there wasn't enough instruction on how to fix the bug that I ran into. So I decided to start all over, find a new tutorial, and get back at it. I looked on YouTube and I came across something that looked interesting, watched the video, took some light notes, and then I got to it. The first thing I did was I confirmed that the list view, I instantiated a list view object in my project, similar to the tutorial, and that I had a list view in the layout file for the main activity. Now all these things I already had as remnants from the previous tutorial, but I wanted to double check just to be sure that I had everything in order. After instantiating the list view object, I assigned it a reference to the list view that was in the layout file for the main activity. That's about it for now. I did take some time to look up the tutorial and have to really analyze it first, just to make sure that it had what I needed. And that's something I'd recommend. Like if you're trying to learn something new, then when you look at a tutorial, skim it. And if it's a video tutorial, it's easier because you can actually see beginning to end how they do it. So skim through it. In fact, this video, I actually found it a little while ago, maybe some days ago, and I thought, hey, this will be useful for what I'm doing, because this tutorial right now, I just can't make heads or tails of what to do from here. So I watched it through, and then a few days ago, I sat down and watched it again at like 1.25x speed and took down notes as I went through and noted like the different steps that the person was using throughout the video, and just to have a generic understanding of what they're doing. And now I'm at the phase where I'm sitting down and I'm following what they're doing. So I'd say that this is a pretty good way to tackle tutorials and learning new things, especially from videos. Back in my earlier days, I would sit down and just follow it move for move and say, okay, oh, they're doing this, all right, let me pause the video and go do what they're doing, and pause the video and do what they're doing. But now I go through and watch it beginning to end and make sure that I have at least a general understanding of what they're doing. Back when I was learning JavaScript a few months ago for it's a small project I was working on, I followed this one guy's website. I'm not going to say who it is because I honestly can't remember. Maybe it'll come up in a later video, who knows. But I'm following this guy's website, and he has a whole library of tutorials. And this was supposed to be a generic, like an intro tutorial. Like, oh, if you've done JavaScript before, then you can come into this. And I took the Udacity, a JavaScript course with Udacity over one of my summer vacations some years ago. So I'm familiar with JavaScript. I'm familiar with it. So I'm like, all right, this shouldn't be so bad. But this guy, as he's going through the tutorial, he's opening all these different files and he's doing CSS stuff as well. And he's mentioning all these different like tags and objects and things that are really not relevant to the tutorial itself. I mean, I could follow along on a super basic level of getting, okay, I guess this is why you would use this here. But in terms of the relevance to the work that we're supposed to be doing to learn JavaScript, nah. So, it took me a while to realize this, but, if you want to, my advice to you, if you're following a video tutorial, is don't just find one and follow it beginning to end. Look at it first, really watch it, skim it over, and take down some notes, and figure out if it's right for you. Think of it as like you're test driving a vehicle before you drive it. It's the same concept. Don't just buy the car because it says it's what you want. Sit down in it. Move the seats around, adjust the mirrors. Take it around a few corners, take it on the beltway for a little bit, and then if it looks like it's something that's good for you, then hey, there you go. And sometimes it's not even the content per se, but the teaching style of the person doing the tutorial. I know that my way of learning is not ideal for some people who want to have a full in-depth, like real, like deep understanding of things. But for me, I feel as though I only want to learn the minimum that's necessary to get the job done. And if I need to learn more, then I'll do that, because the whole point of me learning this new material is to do something. So if I know enough to do it, then I don't really need anything else from there. Is just extraneous and inefficient. And that goes against what I do here at Coding Fanatic. So with that being said, once again, thank you all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can hit the bell notification below and turn on notifications to see when I upload new videos like this each week. And head on over to codingfanatic.com and join the mailing list so that you can be the first to know when I do new articles and content around my project updates, career advice, and general Android tutorials. You know, what are your thoughts, by the way? Do you think this is an efficient way for, well, how or better, what is your learning style? When you go and learn new software development things, do you like to skim tutorials, or do you have to watch it all the way through and take down notes? Like, well, what's your means of doing it? Anywho, that being said, my name is Richard Clark, as you already know, and I'm signing out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.